Today, I'd like to look at a retirement tax strategy that just might make sense. There's so many out there, and they get so convoluted and so complicated, it really is confusing. Stephen Horan wrote in the American Association of Individual Investors Journal in May 2016 an article called "Keep Taxes from Cracking Your Nest Egg." Conventional wisdom has always been, when you're withdrawing funds, withdraw all your taxable money first, your cash account first, letting your tax deferred grow as big as possible. Then, after the cash is liquidated, you start taking out your tax deferred money and finally your Roth, any of those. And a lot of us have Roth conversions these days. Okay, that's the conventional wisdom, but there's definitely disagreement amongst a lot of the experts. Common argument they use is by spending taxable first, your tax deferred grows so big that it puts you into a higher tax bracket. Okay, well, we have different tax brackets in retirement. Typically, we want to keep as much in the 10 to 15% tax bracket. And for a typical couple with normal deductions, that can go up to $98,000 at the 15% rate, and that's pretty good. Taxes at 15% are pretty darn low. All of a sudden they jump up to 25, then 28, and actually max out at 39.6%, but that's way over $400,000 a year, so most of us won't be affected by that. But the 10 and 15% tax brackets, keep as much as we can in that so it doesn't jump up to the 25 and 28. Horan's strategy is really to minimize taxes throughout retirement. Many of us just look at the beginning. I have more complaints from doctors saying, 70 and a half, oh my God, I'm going to have to do those RMDs. Is that what the required minimum distributions? I don't want to pay taxes. Well, guess what? You haven't paid them until now. You have to pay taxes on your funds eventually. So I tell them to quit complaining. They're paying a lower rate than they would have earlier with these tax-deferred accounts. But still, you want to minimize it. So Horan's strategy is to fill the low tax brackets first with tax-deferred IRAs, 401ks, etc., up to about that $90,000 plus level. So in other words, keep those tax-deferred accounts in a low-tax environment, then fill the rest with taxable funds, anything above that. Okay, repeat each year, he says, until your taxable account is near gone, then start using your Roth IRAs to top off the taxable distributions. Okay, so he's saying, go ahead and use those tax-deferred funds, but fill up the low categories, the low areas up to 15%, and then top it off with your taxable. I think that makes a lot of sense. That's the most elegant, easiest way I've seen, but please go to a tax specialist. This is hard stuff. This is difficult stuff to figure out. If you read articles, they can become extremely confusing very fast. Everybody has an opinion. This is actually a good one. Thanks so much for watching.